I changed my major for the very first time. Hey guys, it's Natasha and welcome back to my channel, and I hope you guys are having a great, wonderful, and fantastic day. If you're new, hello and welcome, and if you like my videos, you can hit the subscribe button and also the post notification icon so it notifies you every time I upload a new video. So for today's video, I just need to turn on the camera and talk to you guys about something that everyone has thought about at some point in their life, is not knowing what to do. I am a 19-year-old girl who doesn't have a clear idea of what I want to do for the rest of my life, and I think that's okay. I don't think we have to have the answer for everything right away, and I feel like when you're in college specifically, or if you're starting that transition between high school and you're about to start college, there's so many societal expectations for you to know exactly what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And at age 17 and 18, I don't think that's a good amount of pressure to put on kids. One, because I don't even know what I wanted to eat for lunch at that age. I still don't know what I want to eat for lunch, and making such a big decision regarding what I'm gonna do basically for the rest of my life, it seems like a very hard choice and a lot of pressure to put on one simple decision, and that is picking your major. I know that there's a lot of people that have had a hard time picking their major. You can change your major. A lot of people make it seem like it's like a bad thing to change your major. I have met people who have changed their major 4 or 5 times, and it's totally fine, because as long as you're moving towards the path of, you know, graduation and stuff, and you're picking something that really and truly makes you happy, that is literally the best thing you can have. Because if you're going to study something that is going to make you miserable for the rest of your life, sis, don't do it. There's literally no point to have that paper just to say that you have a major if you're not passionate about what you're studying. And why am I saying this? Why am I sharing all these words of wisdom? Basically, a couple days ago, I had the mother of all mental breakdowns. You know, they come along and go during college, specifically when classes get hard, but this one was a big mama mental breakdown. She said, I'm here and I'm here to stay. It got so bad to the point that I was feeling physically ill. Like, I was nauseous, I was not, like, my stomach was hurting, my head was hurting, and I was like, this is big mama mental breakdown, and we need to fix her before this turns into something worse. And the class that was triggering this was human anatomy, and this was a class that not only made me have headaches, be nauseated every time I think about it just because it's so hard, but also it made me question my life choices in my life career. I was like, am I literally going to be miserable throughout my college career studying things that I do not really feel passionate about just so I can get a paper? I had a lot of life questions. You know, I was like, do I want to do this? Do I want to change my major? A lot of things. And I came to the conclusion that I really need to think this through. So for you to understand where I'm coming from a little bit more, I'm just gonna tell you what my life plan was prior to today. And then I'll tell you what we're doing, and then it's okay if you change your mind, because people don't know what to do. I had always had my eyes set on being an orthodontist since I was about 10 years old. I always told people, like, when people ask you what do you want to do when you grow up, a lot of people are like, I want to be an astronaut, and I was like, you know what, I want to be an orthodontist. That seems like a cool job. So that was literally ingrained into my brain. Like, if you can open my brain and see the side of it, it says orthodontist on it. Like, I always said that when people asked me, I was like, I want to be an orthodontist. That was it. Throughout high school, I had my mindset on what I wanted to do. Everyone was like, I don't know what I'm gonna study, and I'm like, I'm gonna be an orthodontist. So that is what I did. I got all my prerequisites, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to come to college, study biology, go to dental school, be an orthodontist. Came to college, and I was like, you know what, I'm also an overachiever. I don't know why I do this to myself. People are supposed to graduate in 4 years. I am planning and am on track to graduate in 3 years, because I was like, if I'm going to be an orthodontist, my career is long enough, and I can cut, if I can cut in my bachelor's, because I can't really cut in dental school, then I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I started school here. I'm in my 5th semester, 2nd year of college. I only have about a year and a half left, and I'm on track to get this degree that I kept saying that I wanted to. There's definitely been some hard times throughout it. I'm like, is this what I want to do? These classes are hard. At the beginning, nothing really questioned my career choice in college, because all the classes were easy. I was getting A's, I was enjoying life, I was going to parties, everything was fine and dandy. But now that I'm going to technically my junior year of college, because I'm on my 5th semester, so my 3rd year, things are getting difficult, and that is like, am I questioning what I'm gonna do? And my biggest advice for you always make rational choices when you're okay. When you're having a mental breakdown, all sense of rational decisions leave your mind. You're not emotionally okay. You're not thinking straight because you're being driven by like what you're feeling at the moment and your emotions. So I always say that if you're gonna make a big life-changing decision, always make it after the storm. I had this mental breakdown. It ended up being great. I was just really stressed over this one human anatomy class that's literally taking my life, my night, my day. I breathe, eat, sleep human anatomy these days just because it's so difficult. And after all that, I thought I was gonna fail. I'm gonna have to drop this class. This is the hardest class. Everyone's saying that this professor sucks and that, you know, he's like literally the worst. And after like being able to calm down, study, actually do really well in my lab, I realized that we cannot fail at the first sign of hardship. And if you want fantastic results in anything that you want to do, you need to do hard things and do different things from what you did yesterday in order to get those good results. So after having this mental breakdown, I did make a life-changing decision. I changed my major for the very first time. And it's not a drastic change. I went from a molecular biology major, so biology with molecular and cellular emphasis, to just a biology major. And I changed my life plan a little bit, so I am enjoying life. And there's no point of going through all these hard things, being frustrated all the time, being stressed all the time, being unhappy because there's so much stress, and not enjoying it throughout it. Like, life is supposed to be enjoyed. Like, you're supposed to have fun. It's okay if you change your plan. It's totally fine. I know my plan didn't drastically change night and day, and I'm still going to do what I originally planned to do, but I'm just gonna do it a little bit differently because health and mental health and sanity comes first, period. And you'll never get your college years back, you'll never get your youth years back, and if you're miserable throughout the entire thing, it's going to suck. So I just wanted to open up this conversation because I know there's a lot of people that are struggling through this, and when you're in the midst of the storm and you're like, I don't know what to do, my life is over, all this stuff, you just need to take a deep breath and just really sit down, take time, think it through. You don't have to make decisions from night and day. I've been struggling with picking what I wanted to do even though I had it set for a very long time, and it helps just to talk to people and like get their input and see what they're gonna say, because there's so many people going through this, and just don't think that the world is gonna end. That is my biggest advice. I just think this is a time that we are young and we have the chance to try so many things. We have so many opportunities to do. So take the summer, do an internship. Even if the internship does have nothing to do with your major, just take an internship because it's something that you're passionate about, and maybe through that you'll be able to find like something that you want to study, change your major. It doesn't matter as long as you're doing something that you truly enjoy. These are the times that you get to try things and try different things over and over again until you find out what is really truly for you. Don't be afraid about not knowing what to do, not picking your major, like not knowing what to pick for your major. It's gonna be totally fine. You're gonna be totally fine. I know at the moment when it's hard, life sounds like it's going to end. You'll be fine. We'll just, you know, take a breather, do some yoga, take a fun dance class, and then, you know, figure it out as the time goes along, because you don't have to have it all figured out by now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, I would love to answer specific questions. I just wanted to start the chat but didn't know really where to go, so hopefully I said something that inspired you or opened up some questions. And if you have anything else, just leave them down below. If you enjoy my channel, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button. You can follow me on my Instagram, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.